We got a good crowd today. I'm looking forward to this. Good afternoon. I now call to order the 163rd graduation of Palmer College of Chiropractic West in San Jose, California, on the 9th day of December 2022. Dr. Jeanette Lamourie, Palmer West Associate Professor, will present today's invocation.
Please stand and join me in spirit for this invocation address. Please join me in a moment of reflection with thanks. Let us pray silently together, each one of us according to our individual beliefs, recognizing our diversity in beliefs, values, and faith traditions, but honoring our unity in love and gratitude for these graduates. I invite you to reflect quietly on all the magic that the future holds for the 163rd graduating class of Palmer West College of Chiropractic. It is truly a joy to be here in person today and to be celebrating these amazing human beings, to congratulate them on all their hard work and to celebrate the completion of this phase and encourage them for all that awaits. I give thanks to you, God, for your unconditional love, guidance, and direction. I ask on behalf of those gathered here that you bless each one of these grads and everyone connected to them. Give them the grace to make a difference for the betterment of humanity wherever their lives and careers may lead them. Bless those who have made their success thus far possible, family, spouses, friends, mentors, educators, staff, and the list goes on. For all of the graduates, we ask that they make a significant contribution to the health and welfare of everyone they meet and touch. Let the feelings of love, kindness, and positivity run through their lives and into their actions. Help us look to the past with gratitude and to the future with hope. Continuing to reflect with thankfulness, ask that good fortune, prosperity, safety, and the desire to continually learn be always with this class. I especially ask you, Divine Spirit, to bless these future doctors. We thank you for their completion of the arduous chiropractic program, and please guide them with their newly acquired skill set, help them find joy in their servitude, fill them with grace, and may each graduate be a blessing to every life they connect to. Please guide these grads in service and joy. Thank you. Amen.
Thank you, Dr. Lamourie. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Greg Snow, and as Senior Campus Administrator and Dean of Academic Affairs, I have the honor and privilege of welcoming everyone here for the Fall 2022 commencement. This is a joyful day for all of us, and the holiday season always seems to foster an additional festive dynamic to our December graduations. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of you a very happy holiday season, and I hope that you are able to spend it with friends and family as we're doing here today. Thank you for being here to celebrate and recognize the achievements of our graduating students. Our commencement ceremonies always bring me fond memories. I hope today's will do the same for you. Why don't we get things started by giving our graduates a much-deserved round of applause. These students have experienced the challenges of an unprecedented magnitude since they entered the program, including 100% online education for 5 months and online lectures for over a year. This is not the easiest way to learn your adjusting skills and your evaluation skills. Nonetheless, they overcame these challenges with perseverance, determination, and resiliency. and graduate today with the same ideals and quality standards expected of all Palmer doctors of chiropractic. I imagine our graduands are experiencing a variety of emotions, including well-deserved pride and a sense of accomplishment, and perhaps a feeling of nervousness and anxiety about what lies ahead. But I want to assure you, the future of chiropractic profession has never been brighter. These graduates will enter a profession that is significantly different than the one I stepped into over 30 years ago. At that point in time, there was little research about chiropractic. Today, there is so much research, it's hard to keep up with it. As a result of the research supporting chiropractic care, in 2017, the American College of Physicians, the primary evidence-based treatment guideline group for the medical profession, included spinal manipulation in their guidelines for the treatment of acute and chronic back pain. However, chiropractic is not just about treating spine pain, and the research is showing that as well. Recently, the journal Pain Medicine published an article that looked at the impact of chiropractic care plus usual medical care versus usual medical care alone on active military duty personnel. In addition to evaluating the impact on their pain, which was clinically significant, it also evaluated over a dozen other measures related to participants' well-being, with statistically significant improvement shown in all but 2 measures. The authors of the federally funded, large-scale, well-designed study were from Palmer, Parker College of Chiropractic, UCLA, the University of Iowa, Duke, the Samueli Institute, and the RAND Corporation. Consider that for a moment. When I graduated, not only was there little research, the suggestion of a large-scale, federally funded study involving chiropractic researchers collaborating with some of the largest research entities in healthcare to analyze the impact of chiropractic in the Department of Defense would have been considered pure fantasy. No longer, and rightfully so. Speaking of fantasy, the idea of having chiropractors conducting postdoctoral research fellowships affiliated with prestigious universities, medical schools, would also qualify. Yet here we are with a few of these opportunities nationally, and I'm proud to note that 2 of them have been filled with Palmer West graduates, Dr. Vivian Lee at Yale and Dr. Ren Burton at Harvard. The research supporting chiropractic's approach to healthcare has broken down barriers and created opportunities for our alumni and for our new graduates. Chiropractic's role in the Veterans Health Administration is perhaps the biggest example of the growth of chiropractic and the opportunities that abound. When I graduated, there were no chiropractors working for the VA. Now there are more than 300, and that number continues to grow. There are 10 federally funded VA residencies for the chiropractic service, and despite our small size, West Campus graduates have filled as many of these opportunities as any other college. Palmer West is also proud to be the academic affiliate for the residency at the VA Palo Alto Healthcare System, one of the largest VA systems in the US. They started with 1 part-time chiropractor in 2015, Dr. Robert Walsh. In 1995, Palmer West alum. Dr. Walsh is now the Chief of Chiropractic Services and has a team of 9 chiropractors and a resident working with him. Several of them are Palmer graduates, including 3, which also includes Dr. Walsh, serving as part-time faculty members at Palmer West. Another influential Palmer West alumnus who will be delivering our commencement addressment today has largely engineered and overseen the expansion of chiropractic services in the VA for the past 18 years. The West Campus also has a long and strong legacy as a leader in sports chiropractic. It may have been the first chiropractic college to pioneer a sports council program through the American Chiropractic Association Sports Council, when sports council was a budding specialty in the mid-1990s. But rather than focus on our alumni achievements in sports chiropractic, which are many and varied, I'd like to focus on those who shaped our alumni's future. The Sports Council program was a student and faculty-driven initiative led by Drs. Rich Robinson, Tom Souza, and Ed Feinberg. Dr. Robinson, a student at the time, went on to become one of the chiropractors for Team Canada and has provided care at 5 Olympics. He's also spent the last 18 years flying down from Calgary almost every quarter to help teach part of our sports elective program. Drs. Souza and Feinberg were hired as faculty members at Palmer West in the mid-1980s. They were both instrumental in infusing elements of sports chiropractic content into the core curriculum at the West Campus, giving every student a solid foundation in the diagnosis and management of sports-related injuries. They implemented our participation in sporting events, volunteering their time to mentor our students and oversee patient care. Dr. Souza, who's seated in our faculty today, has arguably had the biggest overall impact of any individual on Palmer West campus and curriculum for sports chiropractic and beyond, leaving a long legacy and an impactful one. Sadly, we learned of Dr. Feinberg's passing earlier this week, yet we are comforted knowing that his legacy will live on through the thousands of students he impacted and the patients they treat. In addition to his Palmer faculty position, Dr. Feinberg supported the ACA's effort to expand student sports chiropractic program at other chiropractic colleges. In 2011, he became the first chiropractic college faculty member to receive the ACA's Sports Chiropractor of the Year award. In 2019, the ACA Sports Council recognized his contributions by rebranding the Student Award presented at their annual symposium to the Ed Feinberg Student Appreciation Award. Many of our faculty were influenced by Dr. Souza and Feinberg and contributed to our students' understanding of sports chiropractic. I'd like to recognize two more recent hires who have impacted the profession through their efforts, Dr. Liz Moose and Dr. Brian Nook. Dr. Moose is part of the next generation of influencers, having completed a master's in exercise science and a human performance fellowship. She currently is the advisor for our Sports Council program, and she has held a variety of roles for the ACA Sports Council, currently serving as the second vice president. Dr. Nook, our Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, is the past president of the International Federation of Sports Chiropractic. He sits on the medical commission for the World Games, the first chiropractor to do so, and he serves as the leader of the large chiropractic team that provides care at the World Games. At the ACA Sports Council Annual Symposium in October, Dr. Nook was recognized as the Sports Chiropractor of the Year. This marked the third Palmer West affiliated selection for this award since 2011. Dr. Feinberg, as mentioned earlier, and in 2009 alumna, Dr. Carla Wolford was the 2021 honoree. These individuals in our program have resulted in a long list of graduates who now serve athletes of every type in their offices, from weekend warriors to professional sports. Their impact spreads far and wide. Our professional advances are not limited to sports chiropractic research and the VA. West graduates have advanced the profession through their work in employer-based health centers, the Department of Defense, professional advancement, and academia. I could go on talking about those impacts, but in the interest of time, I won't. Hopefully I've made this point. Today's doctors of chiropractic have career paths in private practices, interdisciplinary clinics, hospitals, academia, research, and professional college and Olympic sports teams. In these roles, chiropractors provide effective, safe, cost-effective, drug-free care of musculoskeletal pain and more to tens of millions of patients every year. These are just a few examples that demonstrate Palmer College doesn't just graduate great doctors. It graduates leaders and visionaries who advance doctors of chiropractic recognition and reputation as the primary care professionals for spinal health and well-being. To the members of the 163rd graduating class, as you transition today from student to doctor and become members of the largest alumni network in the chiropractic profession, I encourage you to embrace the opportunities in front of you with the same sense of passion and optimism that has fueled your journey to today's stage. You are the future of the profession, and I'm confident that each of you will make a difference, will change lives, and will make your communities a better place every day in many ways. So, before we proceed with the balance of today's ceremony, will the audience please join me again in recognizing and celebrating today's graduating class. Before we proceed, I want to recognize another group of achievers who are equally deserving of praise and recognition for their collective role in enabling these soon-to-be doctors to reach the graduation stage, and that would be our outstanding faculty. The faculty at Palmer West are praiseworthy for many reasons. They have an extremely important responsibility to provide the highest learning experience possible to future doctors of chiropractic and the patients that they serve. Day in and day out, our faculty fulfills their mission well, with distinction and dedication, and never with greater distinction and dedication than they have during the past 3 years, when they once again demonstrated why Palmer College has been and remains the trusted leader in chiropractic education. Would the faculty please rise for well-deserved recognition? Speaking of dedicated support, the spouses, partners, parents, children, and friends of our graduating class are equally praiseworthy for helping them complete their educational journey. Their love and encouragement provided inspirational energy that helped the members of today's graduating class reach their goal. Given the challenges they faced, the love and support of family, friends, and partners along the way was never more important, impactful, or appreciated. Will the spouses, partners, parents, and children of our graduate please rise for well-deserved recognition? Chiropractic is the third largest organized healthcare profession, with over 100,000 doctors practicing in more than 90 countries around the world, of which approximately 1/3 are Palmer College graduates. In fact, at 30,000 strong, graduates from the 3 Palmer campuses comprise the profession's largest chiropractic alumni network. In addition to the patients they serve each day in their office, they also maintain leadership positions in the profession and contribute mightily to its advancement. They are the reason why the Palmer name has been synonymous with the highest standards of patient care in chiropractic for 125 years. Will the Palmer alumni here today please stand for recognition? Finally, I would like to also acknowledge individuals here today who have served our country. Would all veterans and active military duty in attendance, whether student, graduate, family member, or friend, please stand for recognition. We thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Dr. Brian Nook, Palmer West Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, will now recognize the valedictorian and salutatorian of today's graduating class and acknowledge fellow class members with academic honors.
Thank you, Dr. Snow. B.J. Palmer recognized that doctors of chiropractic must use their heads, hearts, and hands to master the science, art, and philosophy of chiropractic to be to the best care for their patients. We now present a series of awards in recognition of the ideals of these three words representing the chiropractic profession. The head is recognized through a series of awards acknowledging the academic achievements of students who have excelled throughout this course of their educational experience. The heart is recognized through the Virgil Strang Philosophy Award, the student's passion and philosophy of chiropractic. And hands are recognized by our Clinical Excellence Award, which honors a student's outstanding patient care delivery. First, I have the honor to beginning this portion of the program by recognizing the class members who have achieved their highest academic awards and graduate today as valedictorian and salutatorian. Would you please join me in honoring the valedictorian of the Palmer West 163rd graduating class, Zachary Fultz. He's kind of excited. As he should be. Now let's offer a similar congratulations to our salutatorian of today's graduating class, Ryan Lawrence. Congratulations, Zachary and Ryan, on a job well done. College would like to now recognize the collective members of today's class who have distinguished themselves during their educational experience at Palmer College's West Campus and are graduating with academic honors. Members of the class who have achieved an academic honors receive gold cords to wear with their graduation gowns. They're also presented with a special purple cord, which signifies the induction into the Pi Tau Delta International Chiropractic Honor Society, the oldest and most distinguished honor society in chiropractic education. To receive this special recognition, students must have earned a cumulative GPA of at least 3.5 upon graduating. Considering the long, rigorous, and challenging dynamic of the Palmer West curriculum, students who are able to complete this program while maintaining a high GPA are to be commended for their achievement. We proceed with today's ceremony by recognizing the full 22 class members graduating with academic and Pi Tau Delta honors. As I read your name, if you please stand. Graduating summa cum laude and Pi Tau Delta honors today are Zachary Fultz, Jude Huckle, Ryan Lawrence, Maintain standing. God, I kind of like this. Graduating with magna cum laude and Pi Tau Delta honors are Paige Becker. Sarah Bestie Simmer. Karen Bonina. Dylan Bowerman. Victoria Champagne. Omar Gottme. Taylor Hall. Evan Willow. Graduating with cum laude and Pi Tau Delta honors are Michael Fontana. Tristan Ginkle. Nathan Remmel. Scott Shintaku. Congratulations, graduates. Job well done. It's my honor to present the Virgil Strang Philosophy Award. Dr. Virgil Strang was a longtime professor at Palmer's main campus in Davenport, Iowa, founded in 1897 and regarded as the fountainhead of chiropractic education. Dr. Strang has a unique and honored place in Palmer College history. His career spanned nearly 50 years, during which he distinguished himself as a chiropractic philosopher, anatomist, teacher, humanitarian, and practitioner, culminating in his appointment as the college's 7th president. He was equally respected by students and colleagues for his passionate manner in which he exemplified the philosophy, commitment, logic, and reasoning of the practice of chiropractic. The award that we present to a member of each graduating class celebrates Dr. Strang's pride for Palmer College and his passion for the chiropractic profession. Among other qualifications, the award selection process includes interviews with each candidate, who are required to submit an essay related to chiropractic philosophy. It is my honor to present the Virgil V. Strang Philosophy Award for the Fall 22 graduating class to Dylan Bowerman. Congratulations. Good job, Dylan! Took the words right out of my mouth. Good job. Thank you.
It's my honor to present the Presidential Scholar Awards. The Presidential Scholar Award is presented when a member of the graduating class displays the highest level of academic achievement by making the Dean's List, which requires a GPA of 3.5 or above in each and every of the 13 quarters that comprise the Palmer West curriculum. Today, I'm proud to recognize 6 distinguished members of our Fall 22 class who have accomplished this impressive feat. And I must add that it's unusual to have that many. It's also unusual to have half the class graduating with honors, so it speaks very highly of their competency and their dedication. And lest you think this studious group spent every non-class moment in the library, What makes their achievements even more impressive are the scope of academic and extracurricular activities in which they collectively participated during their Palmer West careers. As I call your name, will you please join me at the podium to receive your award? Paige Becker. Dylan Bowerman. Victoria Shepard. Zachary Folks. Jude Huckle. And finally, Ryan Lawrence. Congratulations again to each of today's Presidential Scholar honorees on this impressive achievement. Our next award recognizes outstanding clinical achievements. Dr. Tammy Clark, Palmer West Dean of Clinics, will now acknowledge members of the graduating class who participated in the college's Department of Defense and VA Student Rotation Program, followed by a presentation of the Clinical Excellence Award. Dr. Clark.
In addition to our campus-based clinics, Palmer College provides additional opportunities for our interns to further expand their patient care skills through participation in off-campus preceptorships and other special programs. Palmer's Department of Defense Veterans Affairs Student Rotation Program provides the unique and challenging opportunity for senior-level interns to serve our nation's active-duty military and retired veterans while gaining valuable clinical experience in interdisciplinary environments. Chiropractic services were introduced to the VA health system as a pilot program in 1999. As the demand for care increased, so did the number of VA locations offering chiropractic care, driven largely by veterans seeking non-pharmacological alternatives to relief from chronic pain. A little later in our program, we will have the honor of hearing more about the ongoing advancements in this outstanding program from today's commencement speaker. Thanks to Palmer's partnership with VA and DoD health centers throughout the country, our students have the opportunity to learn from and assist multidisciplinary teams with providing care in our country's largest healthcare system. For a number of our graduates, this has led to postgraduate residencies and full-time appointments. I would like to recognize the members of today's graduating class who participated in Palmer's distinguished DoD VA Student Rotation Program. As I call your name, please stand. Ryan Lawrence. Ellen Chevrolet. and Zachary Scott. Congratulations, Ryan, Ellen, and Zach, for your service to our military community, which is particularly special to me, as many of you know, because I have a son who currently serves in the U.S. Navy. Thank you very much. Next, we will present our Clinical Excellence Award. Upon completion of the first 2 years of their Palmer West academic experience, our students make the big transition to become interns in the Palmer Chiropractic Clinics, where they apply what they've learned in the classroom and lab portions of the program to the delivery of quality patient care. As a member of the Palmer West faculty for almost 25 years, I've enjoyed teaching a variety of classes. This has given me an opportunity to observe and participate in the progression from student to intern. Seeing the knowledge and skill development that occurs during this challenging process is one of the most satisfying and rewarding parts of my job. I'm filled with a deep sense of pride knowing that the profession is in great hands with this next generation of Palmer chiropractors. It is my honor to now present the Clinical Excellence Award, which recognizes the member of today's graduating class who best exemplified the skills and qualities expected of a Palmer chiropractor during their year-long experience as a student doctor in the Palmer clinics. Before I announce today's award honoree, I would like to briefly describe the selection process. Nominations are accepted from our team of full-time and part-time clinical faculty. These nominees are candidates whom our clinicians feel have demonstrated excellence with patient evaluation and diagnosis, chiropractic technique and procedures, diagnostic imaging, case management, professionalism, and service to our campus community. Our clinic team then deliberates and discusses each nominee to determine the award recipient, which is never an easy task, and often there are multiple candidates deserving of the honor. Before we present today's award recipient, I'd like to ask each of the nominees to stand for recognition. Simran Bhatia. Fontana, Edmund Lim, and Evan Willow. This quarter's selection process was particularly challenging, and after considerable deliberation and a very objective rating process, the selection team deemed 2 candidates equally worthy of the award. And in my time as Dean of Clinics, this is a first. So, would you please join me in recognizing the Co-Clinical Excellence Award recipients of Palmer West Fall 22 graduating class, Simran. Co-Clinical Excellence Award recipient is Dylan Bowerman.
Good job.
Simran and Dylan and to each of our Clinical Excellence nominees for a job very well done. Nelson, President of the Palmer West Associated Student Government, will present special awards on behalf of the ASG as well as the Palmer West Student Chapter of the American Chiropractic Association. Greg?
Good afternoon, everyone. Like Dr. Clark mentioned, my name is Greg Nelson. I am the student body government president for Palmer West. As my role as president, I kind of oversee the school, the student body, give us kind of events that we can do throughout the whole quarter. You know, I'm kind of like a liaison between also the student body and the staff and the faculty. Just seeing if anything's going on there and just communicating that with the student body. So, you guys look amazing. Give it up to the staff. So I have 3 awards actually that I'm presenting today. One of them is ASG, one of them is a fellowship award, and the SACA award. So the first one I'm going to start off with is the ASG Recognition Award. So with this one, I will say the person's name. Just hold your applause until he comes to the stage. The recipient recognition for the ASG past member is Zachary Scott. I shouldn't have said anything, sorry about that, guys. But what Zach has done for Palmer, he's done so much for the community and everything just around the school. He brought the vibrant personality, his warming, just sense of being there. He was the ASG president when I took over the role from him. So just his mentorship over the time when I took over the role has been just huge. And I am honored and humbled to give this man this award. He's not only an incredible person, but such a great friend as well. So Zach Scott, please come to the award. The next award is the Fellowship Award. So this one's a unique award as well. This one's voted on by the peers of the graduating class. This one's very special. This is somebody who's kind of embodied Palmer's qualities over their time as their students at the school. Just like building classmates up when they're just kind of feeling down. Just giving a better overall campus experience too. As well as just being organized, staying on top of exams. School can be hectic. They're just there for everybody, you know, giving them props, giving them just ups and everything. So, and this individual who's received this award has embodied all of that. And I'm so happy to present this award to Karen Bonina. So last but not least, the SACA award will be going to Scott Martinez. Come on, Scott. Scott's just an incredible guy. I actually met Scott at graduation last quarter, and just being so professional, just being so friendly, he just was so opening. Kind of the goal that Scott had at Soccer Club was to spread awareness for the chiropractic profession, just around everything, and also help get a bill passed to help coverage with Medicare patients for chiropractic and all that. Like I said, he just has an engaging personality. He was so organized in the club that he did that and just much, much more. And Scott, I can't thank you enough for all that you did for the club. So thank you and congratulations, Scott. President of Sports Council, Colby Goodwin, who will give past awards for past members of the Sports Council. And just before I leave, congratulations, guys. You all have been amazing mentors to me. Just for everyone, even in this audience, other students, you guys kind of paved the way for everybody. So we can't thank you guys enough for all that you did for Palmer. So thank you so much and congratulations.
Good afternoon. As Greg mentioned, my name is Chloe, and it is my honor on behalf of Sports Council as the president to introduce and present tonight's awards. For those of you that don't know, Sports Council has been at Palmer's campus providing and planning care to sporting events around the Bay Area since the mid-1990s. In order to keep Sports Council going, it has taken a driven and well-organized executive team. We have some members of this executive team here tonight, and I would like to recognize them. Our first award goes to someone who was a part of the exec team during a challenging time of online learning. Holding the position of Assistant Event Coordinator, this individual was extremely busy helping plan and organize innovative tasks for the council to participate with. She always has a smile on her face and is willing to help out whenever is needed, whether that was with Sports Council, the clinic, or students helping out on the soccer field. We could always count on her to brighten the room and lift the energy. We are excited to see what the future has in store for you, and we know you will do an amazing job out in the chiropractic world. If everyone could please help me congratulate the recipient of this award, Paige Becker. Our next award goes to someone who's left very big shoes for me to fill. She stepped into the position as president of the largest council on campus with no prior history of being able to attend sports council events or even see how the council was run prior to taking on the role. She took on this position with grace and leadership, and I was privileged enough to be a part and learn from strong leaders such as her. She takes on each task and each task thrown at her, and with a strong head and calmness that encourages everyone around her, and for each of us to try harder. I'm very excited to see what life takes her and what the future has in store. I have no doubts that she will make an amazing chiropractor and someone I will always turn to for advice. If everyone could please help me congratulate the recipient of this award, Victoria Champagny. Thank you so much. Next, I would like to welcome Blake Ackerman to the stage to present the awards for Campus Guides.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Blake Ackerman, and I'm here today on behalf of Campus Guides. So Campus Guides was a group at Palmer West that helped incoming students with their kind of path to Palmer. We provided tours and acted as mentors for the new and prospective students and helped with events around the school as well. This first award recipient has helped me personally in many ways. Probably the most important was my first Taco Bell order. So if anyone needs tips on how to order, stuff like that, I'm sure he'd love to help you out in the lobby afterwards. Feel free to ask him. But this individual always helped by being supportive and an engaged member of our community. He would go above and beyond and make everyone feel special and involved. He would always have a huge smile on his face, and no matter what or where he was always there when you needed him. You're going to be an amazing chiropractor, and we all can't wait to see what the future has in store for you, so please come on up and accept your awards. Zach Scott. I got you this time, Jared.
Nice.
This next individual is probably the friendliest, sweetest, and most cheerful person you'll ever meet in your life. That's from me and other people as well that I've talked to, so more than just me. This individual always checked up on people and was so approachable for anything you needed. Every one of her peers described her as the friendliest person on campus, and whenever you needed a hug, motivational pep talk, or just some advice, she was there for you. You're going to be an amazing chiropractor, and you will be missed, and we all can't wait to see what the future has in store for you. So please come on up and accept your award, Mackenzie.
Congratulations to our student award honorees, and thank you for your collective service. We couldn't do it without you. Appreciate it. Round of applause. It is my honor to introduce our valedictorian speaker today, and we welcome him to the podium and look forward to his address. What pressure is that? Zachary Fall.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you all for being here this evening. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Zig Ziglar. I stand before you today proud and honored. The group of individuals on this stage make up one of the most standout cohorts Palmer West has ever seen. And I know I may be biased, but I do believe any of the professors and clinicians here would agree today. This class was routinely applauded throughout our curriculum and our time in clinic for the drive and ability that we possessed. I want to start by saying thank you. Thank you to Palmer West. You provided all of us the opportunity to grow and become the outstanding doctors on stage before you. Thank you to the faculty that took their time to truly teach us what it meant to be a chiropractor and the art of making that align with who we are as individuals. Thank you to my classmates. I can honestly say I learned just as much, if not more, from you as the curriculum. And you didn't test me every week or force me to study 1,200 cue cards for one final. And thank you to the families, significant others, and support systems here tonight. You listened to us complain quarter after quarter, handled us when we were very cranky, solely running on coffee and Augustine's breakfast burritos, and most importantly, you praised us through our victories. Thank you to everyone here tonight. We conquered because of you. We began what feels like a lifetime ago, while also just like yesterday, our chiropractic journey. We were ready to take on anything the next 3.5 years was going to throw at us. We walked into our classroom at 7:30 Monday morning, 6 a.m. if you were Chris, for our first day. We were eager to learn, excited to grow, and ready to prove ourselves within this new environment. However, when we stepped off campus at the end of our first week, we were exhausted. We were worn down and honestly scared. I can speak for each one of us on stage today that nothing could have prepared us for the reality of chiropractic school. It is not anything close to the night school that media loves to portray it as. It is a full-time job with endless overtime and not nearly enough vacation time. Yet, every Monday, I showed up to school and looked around to see all of you, eager, excited, and ready to do it all over again. It was together where we found strength and support. From last-minute frantic studying before any one of the evil Dr. No quizzes we had, hoping someone else got all the notes drawn down properly before Dr. Musavi wiped off the old projector slides, or the inevitable post-test chats of, what did you put for this, or are you sure we even got taught that? We got through it together. Together until the world changed before our eyes. I remember getting an email from Palmer saying we were to exit campus immediately and not return until instructed to do so, likely 2 weeks. Now, classes were sleeping in. We rolled over in bed and got to wake up and join class, and make food whenever we were hungry. Thank you for that. But learning to adjust for the first time on stuffed onesies and t-shirt cladded pillows was not the experience we were hoping for. Going from class to class without seeing your classmates, it took the enjoyment out of school, yet I think our class truly found a way. We managed to stay close and interactive through virtual classrooms, probably having more banter between one another and the professor in chat than actually paying attention, but we were making the best out of it. And when we got to return to campus, it brought rekindled excitement and new energy, as well as a classroom with windows. That was really nice. We were doing it all side by side again. Triumphs and defeats are better when shared amongst your friends. The highs are much higher, and the lows don't feel nearly as low. We have now completed school, clinic, and boards together, and have even dipped our toes into the real world over the last few months. It is time for us to continue down our own path, knowing we will be there for each other if needed. Paths that we get to decide where they lead. Through continued growth and development as doctors, professionals, and individuals, each step will lead us down our destined journey. Do not be deterred by the challenges or obstacles along the way. Embrace them. If you stay true to yourself and your chiropractic philosophy, the rest will fall into place. And if the last 3 years has shown us anything, it is that we can do it, and do it with flying colors. Day in and day out, we demanded the best for ourselves, the best from our faculty, and the best is what we received. Now it is on our shoulders to be the best that we can be. So to my class, I would not have wanted to do this with any other group. Congratulations, we did it. We are doctors. It is our time. Time to start. Time to be great. Cheers.
Thank you, Zachary, for those heartfelt words. Feel better now? Earlier in our program, I noted how Palmer College doesn't just graduate great doctors, it graduates leaders and visionaries who have helped advance the chiropractic profession during the past 125 years. Our commencement speaker today, 1996 alumnus Dr. Anthony Lisi, has uniquely exemplified these qualities in a role that has enabled veterans to experience the benefits of chiropractic care, in large part due to Dr. Lisi's tireless efforts to expand the availability of services throughout the Veterans Health Administration. In 2004, Dr. Lisi became the first chiropractor appointed to the medical staff at the VA Connecticut healthcare system. In 2007, he was named Chiropractic Program Director for the VA nationally, a role in which he continues to serve today and through which he oversees all programs related to chiropractic clinical services, education, and research. Since Dr. Lisi's initial appointment, more than 200 chiropractic clinics, staffed by approximately 300 DCs, have been established in the VA, providing over 370,000 veterans with safe, effective, drug-free care for musculoskeletal pain. Dr. Lisi has been instrumental in establishing and implementing the first federally funded chiropractic residency training program in the VA healthcare system. The residency program provides recent graduates with advanced clinical training in complex cases, knowledge in hospital practice, policies and procedures, as well as opportunities to collaborate with other healthcare professionals. Dr. Lisi also serves as an associate research scientist at the Yale Center for Medical Informatics and has published numerous papers on low back pain management, spinal manipulation, interprofessional education, and chiropractic services. He is a senior member of the Clinical Practice Guidelines Development Committee of the North American Spine Society and serves on several other national committees related to chiropractic care and healthcare quality. Dr. Lisi's decades of distinguished service to the professions have not gone unrecognized by his peers. In 2015, he received the ACA's Academician of the Year Award, and 2 years later, the ACA presented him with their top honor, Chiropractor of the Year. Additionally, the Association of Chiropractic Colleges recently presented Dr. Lisi with their highest honor, the Diamond Award, a special recognition for his years of outstanding service to the profession. Today, it is my honor to welcome back an alumnus whose dedicated service has helped change the lives of thousands of our nation's veterans for the better. Will you please join me in welcoming our commencement speaker, Dr. Anthony Lisi.
Thank you, Dr. Snow, for that very kind introduction. I've been fortunate to speak at 4 other chiropractic commencements over the years, but it truly is a heartfelt honor to be back here asked to speak on my own alma mater. However, we all know that to the audience, a commencement speaker's prestige is directly proportional to the distance that he or she has traveled to come to the event. So I beseech you to remember that I flew from Hartford, Connecticut into SFO last night, even though my works as a chiropractor are here in the South Bay at Palmer West. Palmer West. For over 40 years, it has been an outstanding educational institution, and now it faces change drawing to its close. You, the current graduating class, have undergone profound change in the past years, and whether you realize it or not, face even greater change ahead of you. Almost 2,000 years ago, the great Roman philosopher Marcus Aurelius gave the following advice on change. I'll quote this. "Observe constantly that all things take place by change, and accustom yourself to consider that the nature of the universe loves nothing so much as to change things which are, and to make new things like them. For everything that exists in a manner is a seed of that which it will be." Everything that exists now in a manner is still just a seed of what it will be. I ask you to please consider these words and follow along with me as I discuss 3 topics involving change. First, I'll talk about the way that I have changed over the course of my career. This is not out of hubris, but as an example of the paths that I followed after graduation. It's one of the most common questions I'm asked by young DCs, so I will discuss this to illustrate what I encountered and things that the graduates may wish to emulate or avoid. Second, I'll talk about the way the chiropractic profession has changed recently in the past few decades, and I'll use the experience of the Veterans Affairs program to illustrate that as its relevance to the profession at large. And then third, and most importantly, I will exhort you, the graduates, to embrace the change that awaits you. So first for myself, I entered Palmer West as a 30-year-old as part of a career change. I thought I knew a lot about the chiropractic profession, but after a few months at school, I learned that there was more breadth and variability than I understood. And I began to become somewhat confused about what my role was going to be. How was I going to fit in? How was I going to contribute? When I graduated, I felt many of the same uncertainties that some of you may now face. Should I start a practice? Should I become an associate? How do I establish myself? How do I stand out from the crowd? How do I position myself for my future? So to that end, I aim to commit myself to emulating what I thought was the model of the top doctors at major university medical centers. I thought if one needs surgery or a complicated procedure, who would one want to see other than a top clinician doing research in the field and teaching other doctors at a major institution? I thought that's who society considered the best, and I wanted to be the best. I wanted to try to stand out that way. But as a new chiropractor, building a private practice, there were no formal pathways to follow such a destination. So a few years later, I made the first change, and I actually was fortunate enough to come back and teach as a junior faculty member part-time here at Palmer West. And at that point, I was very fortunate to find mentors who guided me, and soon I was on track to my first very small research study and publication. And then there I was, maybe 6 years or so after graduation, and I was a new clinician with these budding efforts in education and research. And it became clear to me that the reason, the noble purpose for following this type of a path was not because I wanted to be the best or to stand out, but it was doing this for what is the best for the public, what is doing for the patients we serve, and for advancing society, for helping society. And then that became an overarching goal of mine, to do my part to advance our profession's ability to serve patients by advancing its role in the U.S. healthcare system. Now, it took me a while. I didn't have a magic formula, and I had a lot of false starts and stops in my practice over the years. But changes occurred, and then, as several people have said, in 2004 I was hired by the VA West Haven, Connecticut as the first chiropractor in that system. West Haven is a teaching affiliate for the Yale School of Medicine, and I was able to grow as part of a culture of academic medicine that valued the attributes among all providers, whether they were chiropractors or cardiologists. Over the following years, the Connecticut VA Chiropractic Clinic was quite successful and began to grow and expand. And I had to change again, that time from being a clinician who was started out as a solo clinician to being a supervisor of other DCs. We've grown from 1 DC back in 2004 to 10 now. We see patients ranging from 20-year-olds who've just completed recent military service to some 90-year-olds from the World War II era. We're part of hospital committees, educational programs, and research collaborations, and in short, we've become a valued part of the team. And all of that was local for me in the hospital in Connecticut. But then in 2007, I changed once more when I was named the National Director of the VA Chiropractic Program, and now stepping into a health policy role for which I had not planned or trained during my career, but the opportunities emerged and the changes had to be followed. And then in 2016, at the age of 54, I undertook yet another change when I became faculty at the Yale School of Medicine in the Center for Medical Informatics. I'm fortunate now to lead a few health services research projects there, and even more proud to have some innovative fellowships for postdoctoral DCs. All of these changes were unimaginable to me when I sat in your chairs in 1996, when at that time, as Marcus Aurelius would say, my existence then was merely a seed of that which would be. The second item is the chiropractic profession and the changes it has seen. We know the profession has changed greatly over a very long time, but I would ask you to focus, if you will, on the most recent 20 years or so, which may seem like a long time to younger folks, but is really just a blink of the eye in the arc of a professional career. In 20 years now, unlike previously, DCs are thriving in the U.S. healthcare system, in hospital settings, in other integrated and interprofessional settings, receiving referrals, collaborating, and generating referrals out to private practice DC offices. DCs have launched advanced training opportunities for students and groundbreaking opportunities for residents and postdocs. DCs have been publishing impactful research in prestigious scientific journals, holding academic appointments at major universities, and holding healthcare policy positions that shape the future of care for the chiropractic profession as well as the healthcare profession in general. And these changes have occurred across multiple arenas for the profession, but perhaps none encapsulates this more than the overall picture of the VA chiropractic program and the developments we've seen there. The Veterans Health Administration is the largest integrated healthcare system in the U.S. Each year it provides care to about 7 million patients, a staff of almost 400,000, and is the largest clinical training program, training about 120,000 healthcare providers each year. For these reasons and more, it was a very important, VA is a very important player in the U.S. healthcare system, And it was a very important change for the chiropractic profession when we became integrated in that system in 2004. By the end of 2005, there were 22 chiropractors in the VA system nationally, and we provided care to about 4,000 patients. As we come to the end of 2022, we're up to 320 DCs, caring for almost 95,000 patients. And in that same year, we've sent 120,000 patients out to private practice DC offices to supplement the care we deliver in-house. These numbers were unheard of 10, 20 years ago. We're engaged in the ongoing processes of improvement and research. Several federally funded and private foundation projects have been completed and others are underway. We've had more than 150 manuscripts published in scientific journals with VA DCs as lead authors and collaborating with other researchers in the system, and more are in the pipeline. And we've also made key inroads in clinical education. 87 VA hospitals across the country now have academic affiliations with 13 different chiropractic schools, of which Palmer holds the greatest number, allowing students to train at these facilities, and more than 2,500 chiropractic students have done so to date. And perhaps the most transformational innovation in chiropractic interprofessional education in the past 20 years, and possibly ever, has been the implementation of our VA chiropractic residency program, which has launched young chiropractors, early career DCs, focusing on hospital-based chiropractic care in collaboration with colleagues in primary care, medical specialties, surgical specialties, behavioral health, and other associated health disciplines. As the first federally funded training program for DCs, we've seen this program grow and expand, and the value to it has been very impactful. So there's been much success, much growth, and much promise for the future in the VA chiropractic program, as well as the U.S. healthcare system in general. The more we continue to show value and integration for the chiropractic profession, the more patients we'll be able to reach. And this will synergize across the broader U.S. healthcare system, and we will continue to see further advancements and further opportunities that require the talents of bright, dedicated new DCs. And that brings me to item number 3, you, the graduates. Today you change from student to doctor. You've completed your time at chiropractic school. The faculty, deans, and administration of Palmer West will attest that you are competent to be a chiropractor today. Be proud of this. Be joyful as you celebrate with your friends and family later, and be confident that you're capable to serve your future patients. And be ready to embrace the change now required of you as a doctor. Know yourself. Know your abilities, and most importantly, know your limits. Continue to develop and refine your abilities throughout your career, and never stop learning. Because despite all of the growth you may have achieved up till this point, right now you are yet the seed of that which we will be. Be excellent. Strive for greatness in what you do. If you admire any of the accomplishments I've discussed, realize that they're within your reach as well, because these have been achieved by chiropractors just as you, and there's nothing that you cannot match and exceed in your own time. Be collegial. Stay connected with your fellow chiropractors. Participate in associations. Contribute to the dialogue that continues to shape our profession and healthcare in general. And forge relationships with other healthcare providers. Be part of the team that serves our country. And be ready for your next test. Because there will be a test, but the change in the test is that it will not have multiple choice questions or essays, and you won't be graded by the faculty. You'll be graded, the test lies ahead of you in the years of your professional career, and you'll be graded by society, by your peers, and by your patients. The test will be woven through every patient you may see, every paper you may write, or every student you may mentor. It's the test of being a professional, of being a doctor. And I wish you the best as you go forward and commit yourselves to acing that test and finding meaning in your own lives by improving the lives of others and providing a tremendous value to our society. Thank you all for this opportunity, and congratulations to the graduating class.
sincere and wise words. For us, it's always a special honor to welcome back a Palmer West graduate who's gone on to open new doors and blaze new trails for others to follow. And I want to take a moment again to thank Dr. Lisi for his service to the profession and for advancing it for all of us. And now, it is my honor to present to Dr. Snow the 163rd graduating class of Palmer College of Chiropractic's West Campus for conferral of the Doctor of Chiropractic degree.
On recommendation of the Dean, faculty, and graduation committee, and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Palmer College of Chiropractic in the state of California, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of Chiropractic and all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining therein. Assisting me with the conferral of degrees are Dr. Coy Do, Palmer West Associate Professor, who will read the names of the graduates, and Dr. Brian Nook, Palmer West Associate Dean of Academic Affairs, who will turn the hoods. Graduates, as Dr. Do reads your name, please come up to the podium to receive your diploma.
All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a packed house today, right? Make some noise! All right, guys, make some noise for people you know. Make some noise for people you don't know. Come on, let's rock this place. All right, let's go. Okay. From Walnut Creek, California, Zachary Kusati.
We love you, Zach!
From Munson, Alberta, Ryan Dennis Lawrence. From Keller, Texas, Nicholas Ashley. From Naperville, Illinois, Paige Mikhail Becker. From Mullica Hill, New Jersey, Sarah Eileen Bestie Simler. From Calgary, Alberta, Simran Kaur Bhatia. From North Vancouver, British Columbia, Karen Inacia Bonina. From Cochrane, Alberta, Dylan James Bowerman. London, Ontario, Mackenzie Servini. From Glastonbury, Connecticut, Victoria Champagny. From Fort Wayne, Indiana, Ellen Margaret Cheviette. At this time, I would like to invite Dr. Madeline Schroeder and Dr. Brett DeCesar to come up as co-presenters. From Fresno, California, Brian Rabin DeCesar. From San Francisco, California, Kenneth Jordan Estudio Jr. From Redwood City, California, Michael Anthony Fontana. From Edmonton, Alberta, Omar Hyder Gatmi. From Gilroy, California, Tristan David Ginkle. From Middletown, Delaware, Taylor Renee Hall. From San Antonio, Texas, Daniel Sonny Danger Alejandro Hernandez. From Walnut Creek, California, Jude Thomas Hockel.
Let's go, Jude!
From down the street in San Jose, California, Corbin Warren Jackson. From Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Edmund Nijun Lim. From Milpitas, California, Kevin Ocampo Magro. From Cotati, California, Scott Lawrence Martinez. From Flagler, Colorado, Aubrey Ann Petty. From Foster City, California, Nathaniel Ramil. From Houston, Texas, Alejandro Roman. From Santa Rosa, California, Zachary Everett Scott. From Sacramento, California, Scott Bradley Shintaku. From Vernon Hills, Illinois, Neil Kamlesh Sarani. From Rockland, California, Christopher Whalen. From Victoria, British Columbia, Evan Willow. And last, but certainly not least, from Richmond, Virginia, Joshua Allen Wood.
Students, prepare to take your chiropractic oath. Please repeat after me. In accordance with the chiropractic principles of the art, science, and philosophy of chiropractic, and in consequence of my dedication to restoration of the sick to health, I promise and swear to keep to the best of my ability and judgment the following oath. I will adhere to the code of ethics espoused by the chiropractic profession. I will observe and practice professional conduct in relation to my patients, my colleagues, myself, and my profession. I will seek to preserve the integrity of my profession and help it to grow in service to the benefit of all humanity. I will serve my patients to the best of my ability, violating neither their confidence nor their dignity. And in my association with these patients, I shall not violate that which is moral and right. I will provide regimen for the good of my patients, according to my ability and my judgment. I will regard and refer to my fellow doctors with honor and dignity, giving credit for their dedication and commitment to the profession. I will continue to improve my knowledge and skill and be sincere in my resolution to justify the responsibility which this degree symbolizes and imposes. Will the students of the 163rd graduating class of Palmer College of Chiropractic West change tassels? Congratulations.
I think they deserve another round of applause. And as they say, let the party begin. And now adjourn the 163rd graduation convocation of Palmer College of Chiropractic West Campus. Audience, please remain seated as doctors and faculty exit. Following the processional, families, guests of today's graduating class are invited to join us for our commencement reception in the foyer just outside the theater. On behalf of the administration, faculty, staff, students at Palmer West Campus, thank you for attending today's ceremony. Wish you a happy holiday season, a lovely time celebrating with your family. Thank you.